But Jordan is Miley, then Jordy is hand.
All right, y'all. Welcome to the Grind Culture. We have from a Dojo Creative Studios. We have Eric. We have DJ. All right. How we doing today, fellas?
Doing well.
All right. My name is Michael. This is Aaron. We will be hosting the show for today. This is episode
3.
Episode 3. All right, fellas. So, what is it that Dojo Creative Studios provides here in the state of Arizona?
To take the short route, I'll just give you the list of everything that we do have going on right now. Fully operational at the moment. I'll start out virtually since this is whole COVID stuff going on. So we have graphic design services, 3D motion, animations, visuals, stuff like that. Virtually. In-house right now, fully operational. We also have a tattoo shop with our very own Haley Hathaway. Been tattooing about like 8 years, something like that. But super unique style. So she holds down the tattoo suite. And then right across the way, you go through the hallway, right into the 3-chair barbershop. Where right now we have two barbers right now. AC, a co-sign, one of the coldest in the game. Aaron, cuz by Aaron, shout out. And Nico, not your average barber. So right now, that's what's fully operational.
Nice.
In the works you want to touch on, DJ?
No, yeah, just the fact that we were very picky on who exactly we wanted to be a part of this. And what it is the things that he mentioned are fully operational. We're still chipping away at the other things, such as the podcast room that we're building out. We're building out a nail salon for the females as well, just to make it a little bit more gender neutral in
Nice.
there. Fully operational, hopefully by the end of this month, probably next month, the recording studio, which is what the entire top floor is dedicated to. That's where the bread and butter is going to be. That's what everyone's been excited for since we started talking about doing this. It is the most cost-efficient, most expensive thing there, so that's why we had to put it on the back burner a little bit, get the other things running. But the process that we've made is more than I expected. I don't know about you.
Something I wouldn't go back on. It happened exactly how it's supposed to. We trusted the universe, and we put out exactly what we got back.
Nice.
How y'all decide who you bring in? Is it just like you see, like for the barbers, y'all just saw like 30 barbers and whoever you vibe with?
So it was really, we'll go, we can do person to person, because I feel like how we found each person was different.
Different, yeah.
We'll start with Nico. Nico was the very first person. Well, actually, we can backtrack a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's
take him
Is
back.
Nico the dude that's always dancing?
No.
In a sense.
Nico do.
In a sense, he do be, he be wiggling around.
All right, because there's one specific dude. I may be getting him confused.
No,
but
you know
that
who
be
he's
getting
thinking of?
it.
He's thinking of Robert's boy,
Noonie.
Noonie.
Be
Yeah.
wiggling. Yeah,
Noonie.
Yeah, there's some in there that's
Yeah.
always
Oh,
getting
yeah.
it.
You
Word,
give
word,
Noonie
word.
some E&J,
Yeah.
he's gonna
He's
win.
gonna get it.
Yeah,
I actually
Alright,
I went to high school with Rob, Aaron, and Noonie.
Really?
Oh, word?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Aaron used to cut my hair before he got his license in his backyard.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
Dope.
Yeah.
that's where you start.
Small world.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So what were we saying?
No, yeah. So we started it. First thing we wanted to do was get the barbershop running. Out of every department we had, we wanted to get the barbershop up and running. I personally had a barber who used to braid my hair and whatnot that I thought of immediately. Reached out to her. She loved the idea. She actually wanted to rent out the entire suite, not just one chair. She wanted the whole room for herself. With us starting out, not having too much knowledge on business in that aspect, especially barbering, we were more than willing to do it as well. We loved her idea. We loved her persona, so we agreed. Gave her the whole suite for a very, very, very cheap price, something that I don't think any other barber would find again.
Yeah.
We didn't know that at the time.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes, though.
That's
Trial
how
and
it
error.
went. Exactly.
Right.
Right. COVID happened. We were obviously forced to shut down for that 2-week quarantine that the state demanded. During that time, at the end of the day, bills still have to be paid. We still had to pay bills. So in that, we were expecting her to still pay her part of her bills, being that her stuff was still in there. She was
You might
still,
bring the mic just a little bit closer.
yeah, she was still actively taking on clientele in the building, like every now and then, wearing masks, being precautious, of course, but was still not wanting to pay rent. So that's where we started to learn, like, owning a business, you have to make certain decisions. You can't always be the nice guy. Sometimes you have to make sure your business doesn't sink.
Owning a business, for the most part, you kind of always have to be the bad guy.
Exactly. And that's something that we were new to.
You got to learn how to accept that.
Exactly.
Just,
We always we're both people that always try to be fair and look out for everyone else aside from ourselves. So
Which we did.
we did.
When I say be the bad guy, I'll be fair.
Of course.
But it feels bad when you got to make those crunch time decisions
That don't look fair. But
You
at
know
the
what
end
I'm
of the day,
saying?
they are.
Exactly.
Right.
For your best interest, at
Yeah.
least.
So we did that. We ended up parting ways. The day that we told her that it was time for us to part ways, I walk in the studio
Fun part.
and I go in the barber shop, and she grabbed a gallon of paint,
Oh.
and from what it looked like, I imagine she grabbed the gallon of paint and just started chucking it on the walls.
Yeah.
Freestyle art.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
just a little finishing cherry on top
Right,
before
right.
I head
Odd
out.
interpretation, but
Right,
you know.
just a little kiss goodbye type of thing.
That's a nice handshake.
Yeah, and it was on the floors. We had gotten brand new tile. There's paint all on the floors. So I walk in there. I sit down, take a deep breath. I'm just like, okay. I call Eric. I'm like, okay, let me show you what we got going on. We went through that. Realized that it was just another speed bump we got to get over. We'll move on, find
paint.
some other barbers. Exactly.
Right.
It was just another process. We repainted, put our own touches on the room, put our logo in there. It was no longer like her suite, her design. It actually meshed with the rest of the building, like
That
we
was dope.
initially wanted.
Yeah, it looks.
Now,
dope
what
now.
part?
Nah, bro.
Now, because I've done a walk. What part of that space?
The barbershop.
Is that that's to right
You
to
know
the
what
left?
To the right.
You know where the big logo is?
No, I know when you walk in. But
Walk
when I
in
walked
to the
in,
left.
when I walked in, there was like a little studio right when you walked in.
Yeah.
Little waiting area.
A little, yeah, but there was
Lounge.
like no, you had a computer with
Yeah, not
Oh.
there. Yeah,
You know what I'm talking about?
Straight
yeah,
ahead.
Yeah,
that's
straight ahead.
straight ahead. You
Left.
Quick left as soon
quick
as you
left.
walk.
Okay,
in.
okay.
Barbershop's there. Yeah, she just tried to destroy that whole room pretty much. But got it together. We repainted it, made it look how we wanted, put our logo big in there. And then it was onto the search for some good barbers, quality barbers. And that after going through that with her, we realized who we wanted and who we didn't want in here.
Right.
Just to drag back to the bad guy part. Now we could have played the bad guy part.
Gone after her.
Let's go to court.
Oh yeah,
Right.
Okay.
Right.
But being the people that we are, and
cut your losses.
you know what? Let's just do that and let the universe do what they do.
Exactly. So we did that. We started the search for the barbers, sending out tons of DMs, 30 to 50 DMs a day at least. Just reaching out to people. Obviously, a whole bunch of people saying no because COVID's going on. It's not gonna be stable. People saying that they already have a barbershop, stuff like that. So finally came across Nico. You tell the story because you're the one that you found Nico. I think you should tell that story.
So I had an old roommate who's famous on TikTok and everything. It was I was living with him about a year ago, I'd say. So he had come up to me and he knew about the dojo and everything that we were doing. He would show love, come out, support, and everything.
At this point, you guys already it's solidified with everybody else what you guys are trying to do.
Right.
You've already started doing things and
Correct.
Right.
Okay.
Once we started putting everything under the dojo umbrella, instead of, hey, we're going to rent this suite out to this person, this suite out.
exactly.
No, this is the dojo now. We're
Okay.
going to build up from here. We're going to brand this now.
Yep.
So once we chose that, he hit me. He knew we were looking for barbers. It was dry. COVID just hit.
Right.
Who are you going to find right now, bro?
Yeah.
To go to a solo suite type of thing or something a little bit different than a traditional barbershop. But I rolled the dice. I shot out a code DM, little code template, whatever you want to call it. He responded, and I wish he could tell you the story of how the timing lined up so perfectly. Like, he was meant to do this. He was just finding a spot to move out into Phoenix. He knew he was going to need a barber job, and then all of a sudden, I get in his inbox, and he's like, yo, it's too good to be true. He came through a week later. We connected. I gave him the tour, the vision, and everything. Got to know him a little bit, kind of picked his brain. I know he was a young kid, but with a really, really solid head on his shoulder. So I was like, you know what? I see a little bit of me in you. Let's take this shot. Are you down? He shows up with the rent money. Boom, boom, boom. He's in that thing hustling with no clientele. Came from Maricopa. No clientele,
Yeah,
bro.
no.
Nice. I actually graduated from high school.
Yes, bro. So you know what it's like.
I'm
out
not
there.
giving it a shout out.
Okay, yeah, no shout out to Maricopa.
And that's where we found Nico. And, bro,
But shout out to Nico, man.
shout out to Nico.
Shout out to Nico.
My dog,
He's
bro.
only 18. That's the crazy thing.
Hey man, I love seeing young, hustling
Exactly.
entrepreneur. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Like, and what's crazy is the way that the world is right now.
Yeah.
I don't want to age myself, but the way that the world's working right now, it's in a creative's favor.
Yes.
Yep.
If you have the right mentality, if you have a niche, if you have something, a niche is important.
Very.
You know what I'm saying? And the mentality, a niche,
Yep.
and then using your resources.
Of course.
You do all of those, fam. You can't really fail, like unless you just don't try hard enough.
Yeah.
Or you don't believe in yourself.
Exactly. That belief is
That's a big one. That's a big one.
huge.
'Cause boy, there's been times where I know I had talent, but the belief, the confidence, is
Hesitant, you know.
a little low.
You
It's
know
a little
what I'm
low.
saying?
You know what I'm saying?
No,
We
yeah,
all been
especially
there, bro.
starting it out, man. There was nights like before I even had met him. That's another crazy story how we met.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that you could tell that story. Go ahead.
All right, so real quick, I'll spill it in there. So we worked at the same spot. I had just got to this place. Keep in mind, I'm from more on the west side, like Emerald, Surprise area like that, for most of my high school years. So I came out. I worked at T-Mobile at the time, like #1 employee, like for a year in a row. I was like, okay, I got more than this. But I didn't have that mentality back then. I was doing my rap thing and everything, and we were blowing up pretty big. If y'all heard of the Minor Fam, that's what it was. I went by I went by Yellow. That's why my Instagram is a Yellow Boy. But I was doing my thing over there. I hung that towel up. I was working at T-Mobile trying to get some money now. So I got some money at T-Mobile. I was like, all right, I have more potential than this. So some chick walks up to the counter, and she's like, I upsold her. She came in there looking for one phone. She walked out with 3 tablets, 3 phones. All right, so
That's how they get you.
bro, so I was pretty on with the sales. But anyway, she pitched me her job, pulled out her pay stub, everything like that. 2 weeks later, I'm over there working with her. I walk in, I kid you not, bro. I see a dude with an afro sticking out like a sore thumb. Dead, just eye contact as I walked in, knowing I look a little different than everybody there. This is in Kierland, Scottsdale. So like everybody's suits, ties, watches, just a bunch of rich people there. And I'm walking through. I know I'm tatted up, whatever, Asian, whatever you want to say. But I just see him just me mugging the hell out of me, bro. The whole time I'm walking down the like by the cubicles, and I'm like, all right, bro. Well, it is what it is. I'm gonna have a problem with it then, whatever. So, cause that's where I'm from, bro. Like you dog me, I'm gonna dog you back, type of shit.
Right.
But anyway, I was at a good place. So I sat down. We do
This
this
is
phone
supposed to be work too, right?
work.
Yeah.
All right, I just wanted to know.
It's a work. Yeah, very welcoming, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, great. Yeah,
Yeah,
great guy,
not
great
over
start.
here, nah.
And this is how I believe that true great friendships start. That type of shit. But anyway, I sat back at the desk, did my thing. We had a little set an appointment type shit. I set my first one. They announced it. He comes over. He's like, hey, good shit. Da-da-da. Since then, I'm like, all right, we solid. Cool. Next time he comes around, go ahead.
What made you go from dogging his ass
You knew what the fuck I was going to do
to
that.
be like,
Come on,
what up, fam?
boy.
And
He
dapping
knew
him up.
So this is how it works, man.
I
The
gotta hear
job-
that part.
Yeah, the job that we was at, bro, it was a shark world, bro. Like you had like $100,000 deals on the line, and you'd have motherfuckers in there trying to like in the computer in the back end of the system in the middle of the night trying to take your deal, put it in your name. So I was a shark.
So
in that.
everybody's working a scarce mentality.
No, it's like I'm gonna take your head off and I'm gonna put my name at the top of the board. That's just what it was.
Yeah.
And I was a shark in there, and the shark notices another shark in his territory. And so as soon as his ass walked in there, I could tell
Dun-dun.
just by his demeanor. I was like, okay, we got another motherfucking shark in the area.
Dun-dun.
I was like, I wasn't happy about it.
Yeah.
I was like, it's just another motherfucker.
Coming after my bread.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right.
That's all I was
And I
thinking.
was.
And I was.
But I did feel bad, but it is crazy how the universe works, and the greatest friendships do work out in that way.
Yes, sir.
Because when he got his first demo, that's what confirmed it for me. Like, okay, he's a dog just like me.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to go over there, show my respect, say good shit.
I knew what it was, too.
And
You mean demo is like a part of the job?
yeah, setting an appointment. They
Okay,
called him a
okay.
demo. Giving them
I
a
thought
demo.
you were talking about the music. Yeah.
Yeah, just giving them a demo of what exactly we sell. We called it a demo. He set a demo. He set his first one. So I
Mad
went-
quick.
Yeah, it was within the first day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
first day.
first day. So he was feeling it.
He's
so.
like, yeah, no. First day, fam.
It wasn't.
That's for sure.
They didn't show up. It wasn't shit.
Hey, you ate it, bro. You ate it, bro.
But no, he did. He it was good. I heard it. I liked the way it sounded. I could tell he definitely had potential. So that's what made me get up out of my chair, walk over to him, and say, "Hey, good shit. That was nice."
Yeah.
So from then we were cool. But then the next time he came around, I had just got on my music shit. So I started producing tough. So I made my website, made my business cards. So he walked by, and a gut feeling, which is a real thing, y'all, gut to brain connection type thing. I listened to it. I was like, I put it out. I was like, hey, anybody here know anybody that do music, sing, rap, whatever? Let me know. I do production. I held it up, and he looks at me. He's like, hey, as he's walking by, he's just for some reason walking by. Hey, let's take a walk. So we take a walk, and he tells me about the dojo and what it was. he knew it wasn't where it was supposed to be.
Still like an infant stage idea.
So you started the dojo by yourself at first?
Yeah, I was by myself at first. I was coming back from college, and my pops was actually the person who owned the building. He owned multiple businesses. In that building, he had that as like a clothing store. Like each room was a different sport, and he had jerseys for that sport. So like multiple, you could go in there, get any sport jersey you wanted pretty much. It was a dope idea with all his other business
How long was that up?
I was up. I pretty much grew up in that building, bro. I've been in that building since I was like 8 years old.
Because fam, when I was in high school, if I would have known about that place,
Right.
bruh.
You did.
And
All
that's
I
where-
did, I got like 45 basketball jerseys.
Yeah, he had every basketball jersey, bro. Like I got all Charles Barkley's high school jersey at home. Like he had
That's
everything.
sick.
And so he really, that's where he's very old school, and I think that's where he kind of failed a little bit, was his marketing skills. He's old school, like, hey, let me pass out this flyer to this dude who I think is gonna buy. He wasn't too savvy online. So that part of the business kind of failed a little bit, and he kind of just let the building go. He still owned it, but just didn't really do any maintenance to it. So I walked in, man, and it was fucked up. Like it smelled like cat piss. It was the windows were broken, the holes in the floor, the carpet was rusted.
Holes in the ceiling.
But
Holes
you,
in the ceiling.
but you saw a kingdom.
Bro, I walked in there and I just saw a room, each room just, if everything was cleared out of that shit, I just saw like, okay, this is a big ass place. Like this place is huge, low key.
Yeah.
And I just thought, I was like, okay, what could this be? I was literally just chilling on the stairs, bro, just literally smoking blunts in there. It was literally for me a place where I could smoke and chill to begin with.
Yeah.
But then I started getting creative with it. I was like, okay, what do I fuck with? What do I love? I was like, I love music. I was like, I love getting a haircut. I was like, I love clothes. I was like, I love podcasting. I was like, I could literally do like a one-stop shop in here. Like it literally just clicked in my head. I was like, I went to my pops. I was like, yada, yada, yada. This is what I want to do. I have a down payment of this much for you if you're willing to allow me to take over the building and put these renovations towards it. That way I can get this up and running. And he gave me the green light. Started doing payments with him month to month for about 9 to 12 months, just so that he would know that I was serious, wasn't just signing it over to me and then still paying the bills. I started taking over the payments for him. And then that's when I ran into him as I was chipping away everything in there, trying to get it cleared out. Ran into him when he stuck that card up. And I knew I couldn't do it by myself. And I knew I needed someone to believe in it the way that I wanted, but not someone who saw what I had and wanted to change it into their own. I needed them to see what I saw exactly. And so when I brought him in, it was still fucked up, but I knew I painted that picture for him. I walked him in every room. We sat down in each room, and I
saw
said,
the vision.
I was like, dude, this could be this. If you look at it from this angle, you sit right here, look at it like this. This could be this. And he was like, yes, hell yeah.
Yeah.
And he saw it. And when I noticed that he saw it the way I did, and I saw how invested he started becoming, I was like, yeah, I'm going to rock with you. Let's do it. And that's how it came. And then we actually had a third partner who also worked at our job. His name was Maurice. He was a rapper as well.
We gonna talk about
Yeah, he was Maurice. We could talk about Maurice. He was our third partner. And
no longer
here.
involved. Okay.
Great dude, very, very, very knowledgeable. Especially,
I'm glad you led with that. Great dude.
Yeah, great dude.
Very
No,
knowledgeable.
great dude, very knowledgeable, especially when it came to business. But that also became his weak point. It was his
Downfall.
knowledge in the business, because he tried to use that against us and things that he didn't think that we would know, that we soon found out.
Yeah.
some
And
snake moves.
yeah, he owned his own business. Had his own LLC. We had never even known about an LLC. I, at that point, didn't even know what the hell LLC stood for. And so he was pitching it to where like, yo, we can just put the business under my LLC. It'll be good, this, that, and the other. You don't have to worry about going through all the paperwork. It takes like a year and a half to get an LLC, he was telling me. And I was
Yeah.
yeah. I was
yeah.
straight out of college football, bro. I didn't know shit, but set hike.
You
And
know
so
what's
I was
wild, real
like,
quick?
what?
Because you just said something that's like so fundamental, so
Right.
a fundamental flaw, really.
Right.
You say I came out of college and I didn't know how to do an LLC.
Exactly.
That's wild.
Exactly. Which
Flawed
is why I
system.
left college, because it wasn't applying anything to me that
Same.
I felt
I left that shit
necessary. And so what I did, we started doing our own research, and we started literally Google, looked up
Right, right.
LLC.
Yeah.
YouTube University.
Saw that shit.
Yeah.
How cheap it was, bro, and how easy it was to get it started. It almost like infuriated me, like how he tried to use his knowledge against us like that. So I put him on game, called him, told him what I found out, and we both decided like, yo, bro, like we really don't need him. Like we really needed him because he had that LLC, and we didn't want to go through a year and a half of bullshit. But now that we don't, what's the use?
And had he not tried to play you,
Exactly. If he had been
he
real,
might have still been,
of course.
And we gave him a chance too.
We did give him a chance. We sat down and we was like, bro,
like once you already uncovered the information, you like,
Yeah.
We put everything on the
we
table.
literally sat him down. We were like, we discovered this, so we know you weren't truthful in that.
Yeah.
Obviously, it was an equal split between the three of us, but now Eric and I have been thinking that since you don't really serve a purpose, we're more than willing to keep you here, but this is what the split needs to be from here on.
But backpedaling from that, like we put our values on the table, like what
did
we're all
do that.
contributing first. Like, so
And on
what are we
notes,
bringing to the
yeah.
table? And we happen to bring our notes with him, and he's like, well, shit, I didn't know it was that type of meeting. They had name. And so we gave him a chance, negotiated percentages, all that stuff like that, and he didn't bite. So it was like, well,
yeah.
After
shake
that,
hands, part ways.
after that, I think it's when Eric and I both realized, okay, now it's time to, because I don't know if about you, but in the back of my mind, I kind of felt like once he left, I don't think he wanted to see us succeed. And so in the back of my mind, I had that in the back of my head, like, okay, we just let this dude go. He's probably hoping we fail. Now it's time to turn it up.
Mhm.
That's exactly what we did.
That happens
need
on both
sometimes.
sides. I'm sure he's thinking the same
Oh,
thing.
most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Most
just how it
definitely.
rolls.
And I wish him nothing but the best. Like I said, great
sir.
dude, great personality, very knowledgeable, and he could definitely use that to get a long way in this world,
Yeah.
a hard way for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just didn't work out.
Just don't play yourself.
Exactly.
What are y'all's backgrounds? So you went to you dropped out of college, right?
Yeah.
But what were you going for before?
So I was just playing football, bro.
Okay.
Like dead ass.
What college?
I played at MCC and then I went to ASU for a little bit. Stopped at ASU.
Nice.
But yeah, I wasn't really going for no degree or nothing, bro. Like, to be completely honest, shout out to my mama. She did all my projects and shit just so I could be on the field, bro.
Right.
Like, she helped me out a lot. But once I realized that when it comes to football, you're never really in control of your future, that's when I kind of took a backpedal towards it. And when school didn't really serve a purpose at that point, that's when I dropped out and just started realizing, like, okay, I was in the kitchen frying fried chicken at Safeway, just realizing, okay, I got to do something. And that's when I started going to that abandoned building every day.
At what age? This
I
is what, like
was
19, 20?
25 now. I was 22, 23 at this point. Just trying to figure out what to do. Smelling like grease, was tired of it.
Well, every year out of high school, them years start adding up. You're like, yo, fam, like, fuck, it's like 5 years now.
You're
Like,
just wasting. Exactly. It just keeps going and going, and you're still in the same spot, and that's what I was tired of. And so once I realized that I could do actually something that I love doing every day and be around people that I actually fuck with every day, that's when I started taking control of my future, I'd say.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. Like, you got to be in a low place to decide. You're like, fuck this shit.
Exactly.
Those are the best
bro.
places.
Right?
But that's
I
like the
love
best
those places.
moments. When you look back on it, bro,
Right.
that's one of your best moments of your life that you're
Exactly.
gonna look back
Then
on.
you make that decision. You're like, this ain't what I'm meant to be doing.
And a lot of
Exactly.
people don't have that awareness of situations like that. That's the thing.
Right.
And that's what's key.
Just stay in that shit.
Exactly.
A whole lot. Then they're 60 and they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. What's this happening for?
Yeah.
Trust it.
you can't keep quitting and then restarting and then quitting and then
Yep.
restarting. You got to find something, stick to that motherfucker.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, facts. And there's definitely been nice, bro. I don't know about you. This shit done kept you up, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Insomnia like a motherfucker.
Yeah, bro. Like this shit, it keeps you up, bro. Like not only
Like
like
in good ways too.
yeah, exactly, because it keeps you up in the ways that you think about everything that could go right,
How
not
to make it
about what's
better.
going wrong.
Yes, sir.
The things that keep you up is the potential of this
Right.
and
Yes, sir.
everything
Exactly.
that can happen, and that shit's just exciting because the sky's the limit, bro.
No, it's true. What about you, Eric?
Background. We'll start from high school. Well, I've been doing music since 7th grade. So
Alright.
back when I had and I'm 27 to give you an idea when that was. Back in middle school, I used to hold like banana holders for like a mic stand, a little for a pop filter. You know the pop filters
Oh,
for a
right,
mic.
right,
I used to cut the top of a peanut can out, put a pantyhose over it, and then put it to a towel rack.
The fuck was you on, bro?
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
innovation. Innovation.
key.
Wait, you was grabbing pantyhose
You
and
did?
doing what?
You did. Don't know where I found
The
it,
plastic.
but that's
top
not
of
the that's not the point.
plastic top of the peanut can.
Yeah, cut the middle of it out.
It's all
Put the
blended and
pantyhose
shit.
over it.
Yo,
That's
you
a pop
different,
filter.
bro.
Yes,
You
sir.
different.
Yeah,
I used
that's for
a
sure.
wire hanger and just a regular
That's another one.
t-shirt
That's another one.
with a bunch of like I
See
just
how
cut
simple
holes.
that
and-
sounded?
Yeah, but see,
Nah, but I ain't
two
gonna
step.
front.
I was
That
official.
sounds better than mine.
Oh, banana holder for the USB mic.
Yeah, fam, that sounds better than mine. Cause my shit was mad flimsy.
Bruh.
Proves my point. Thank you, bro. Well, anyway, doing music since I was 7, doing a rap thing. I was doing a rap. So I took that into high school. I stopped freshman year, started getting into sports. I did wrestling. I've been combat sports my whole life.
Nice.
So I was just doing all that. But then I figured out I wanted to party. I moved to a new high school. I moved from North Phoenix to Surprise, new high school. I'm trying to be that guy pretty much. I had that ego back then, which is gone now. But anyway, freshman year, I cut it off. Sophomore year, I started partying. And that's when I started getting my name out there because we started. Y'all remember the jerk movement?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if y'all were out here in AZ,
Yeah, I was
Fam, I worked at a shoe store and we sold Vans.
where was you at?
I don't want to tell you.
I bet.
Robert Wayne.
I fuck with Robert sometimes. I did fuck with Robert a couple times. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I've been in music my whole life. So I started sophomore year, I started doing the jerk movement, dancing. So always doing some shit to like stay in the limelight. Obviously, there's reasons for that, which we're not going to discuss on this first episode.
Trauma. A lot of trauma.
But it's that vulnerability, bro,
Yes, sir.
that to be aware of it. Anyway, so after the whole jerk movement and everything, we were on top. Y'all knew about. I don't even want to say the name, but I'm gonna because I don't give a fuck. Crayola Kids. We went by Crayola Kids at first, then went to Nasties. We had a group called Nasties with a money sign as the S.
That sounds about right for that time period.
For that.
Sounds about right.
Perfect. Anyway, got into that. That's when we started to rap. So y'all remember that song, "Toot It and Boot It"?
Yeah. YG.
We made Beat It and Tweet It.
Ah.
So, and it took off.
Oh shit.
So we did our thing with that, and then we started switching up to this whole junior year was more like Bay Area shit, like slap shit. The pack van, got my Vans on, but they look like that shit. So we started gigging and doing all that type of stuff, linking with Cali artists, and then stuck with the music. So I ended up producing out of my closet, like everybody else, in my mom's house, and just started doing that through sophomore, junior, senior year. Keep in mind, I got 3 homies, family, and I say their names. Phoenix Kid, Soy Beezy, and Debbie P. They're my family in high school, bro. Just did everything. But the workload that I took on for all of us and being the only one capable of doing that is what drove me to the edge where it's like, all right, bro, I'm not getting no ROI on this. Besides the love, because we did blow up on YouTube. We got a mil on the channel. I got a $250,000 on one of these songs called Heisman. I don't know if you know it. It's the wackest song ever. It's the wackest song ever, but it's on a baseball field. It was a Tiger remix to some honey cocaine type shit.
Oh shit, I remember that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I did some shit like that, blew up off of that, and then we just started like going downhill because I was getting depleted, like as a worker, bro. I was just getting depleted, so I was going, and then after that, I moved into a relationship, and y'all know how that go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Slow that whole process down.
Right.
And that's about it, bro. And then I've been doing music my whole life. Even in that relationship, music my whole life. There's always Logic in my house, Pro Tools, whatever. Always in my house, bro. So music has always been my shit. Tattoos always been my shit. You could tell. I stay with a clean with a clean taper. You dig? So and then to find something like this, it was a blessing, bro.
So I appreciate everything, the stories that you guys are telling. So what do we have going on from here in the future? What are the plans? So now that you guys have already, come together, we've weeded out who doesn't need to be in this project anymore, right? We got rid of the barber, we got rid of the business guy. It's just you two. We picked up Nico, Aaron,
Yep.
Haley.
Haley's a tattoo
and
artist.
she's a tattoo artist.
Yep.
So now that's 5 of you guys.
Yep.
Who else?
Upstairs, we also have 2 creative artists. I guess that's a good title for them. Custom shoes, custom rugs, custom graphic design, logos, album art, paintings, abstract paintings.
Where
all
can
over
they? Do you have a website or something that you can even shout out right now that people can go to?
I could shout out their Instagrams. I know their.
you go.
You know what? Instagram.
What?
I don't even think. I don't think I know their Instagrams either.
I I can tell you that. I can say their Instagram.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so one of the Instagrams is gvisioned.
There it is.
GVISONED. And then the other one is KRiz, KAE, then dot RIZ.
Nice.
Right.
So those are the two people that are upstairs.
Yeah, Riz and Gabe, good people, very creative, very talented in the art that they do. I'll walk in there sometimes, and they'll be like just a big ass painting, bro, that could cover this wall, just halfway done. You're like, what the fuck is that about to be? And then they finish it, and you're like, holy shit. They'll be in there too, bro, like till 3-4 in the morning.
Yeah,
They put in
getting
late
their shit
hours.
off.
They love it,
Yeah.
and that's what you love to see. That's
Yeah.
a place that someone can come to and just spend their whole night doing what they love, and they're coming to your place. That just makes you feel good.
And a good picture to paint is that where Gabe come from, we went to high school like right next to each other, Valley Vista and Willow Canyon. So he was always there. He was always that art dude. So we would come to him for this, like this type of shit, like clothing brand, stuff like that. And he was always that guy there on the west side.
Yeah.
So we always went to him. And then like years later, we haven't connected. I brought him through. He painted that little logo in the barbershop.
Yep.
So he's the one that did that all freehand, bro, in a projector. Nasty. I don't know how you make letters that crisp, looking like it's real font like that. Just freehand, bro.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. But anyway, shout out Gabe.
No,
We've
it is
known him
nice.
for a minute.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where do y'all see this, or what do y'all see this becoming? What do y'all want it to become?
I just want this place, bro, to be the home of Arizona. At least to start with Arizona first. And what I mean by that is, no matter what you do, whether you're a painter, a barber, a tattoo artist, a recorder, a podcaster, a nail tech, whatever your talent is, we want to create a space where you can come and do what you love. And so far, we only have a select few of things, but there's no limitations on what we want to do. We already are beginning our searches for where we want to find our specific actual home. We're looking at other buildings. I'd say within like the next few years or so, that would be probably the next plan. But we want to incorporate things like a dance studio. There's a lot of talented dancers out here in AZ that don't really have a distinct home that's known by everyone in Arizona to go to. So that's a place that I want to go into, bring them a home as well. But yeah, we just want to put AZ on the map, man. There's tons of talent here. And everyone, when they think of talent, they always think of like LA,
Right.
Atlanta.
One of the biggest choreographers, matter of fact, Genzai. I want to
Genzai.
say Genzai.
I know who you're talking about.
One of the biggest choreographers
Yeah.
from out here, Arizona.
Yep.
Back in the day. There's a few people. There was a girl, Kirsten Willis.
Mm-hmm.
She was with the Phoenix Suns
Yeah.
hip hop squad. So
Yep.
like, there's a lot of talent out here when it comes to dancing. That
It's not being shined on enough, bro. And that's
Yeah.
the thing.
What do y'all think is holding? Why is Arizona stuck? Because we've had all this talent for so long, right?
Yeah.
I got a good, simple answer. Crab mentality. Crab in the bucket mentality. I see it all over the place, and I hate to put it on that, but we love to bring each other down here and compete with each other over uniting.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah. People love to separate themselves and be in their own lane. Everybody has to do their own thing and be better than the next person. But if we all came together and actually showed everyone else what the hell we got going on over here,
Right.
we'd be in the talks when it comes to like LA and Atlanta. They'd mention AZ.
That's the thing. You can only go so far alone, right?
Exactly.
You can keep putting people down, but they're gonna keep it. Y'all just gonna,
And that's what I
It's gonna
realized,
stay
bro.
there.
Like when I
Exactly.
started this, I not only did I realize I needed help, but like it was crazy how the world worked. Like not only is Eric an engineer, and that's what I lacked knowledge in, was like music, behind the table, being an engineer, things like that. I had no knowledge in that whatsoever. And that's where he fit perfect. But it wasn't even like I picked him, okay, you're the engineer, cool, you're gonna fit perfect.
Right.
I'll bring you on. Like, dude was so solid. Dude has contributed just as much as I have since he's been here. And him being an engineer and being a talented engineer at that was just a cherry on top.
Yeah.
Word.
I want to jump in real quick on the whole concept of the crab and the bucket mentality. Now, I've seen a lot of Arizona hip hop for the last 20 years. And I've heard this same argument for the last 20 years. And I've seen people who are super talented, fam. And a few of them, got out. A few of them got out.
Yeah.
Right.
But there's a whole lot of them who didn't.
Right.
Right.
What are you guys gonna do, y'all being the new generation, right, to contribute to this coalition, to this new wave of we fucking with each other? Are you? Is there a way that you can? Is there an idea that you may have via your company, via your business, to incorporate bringing people together, and not just yeah, I know you guys have like vendors and stuff like that, but I'm talking about more specifically music.
Yeah.
Right.
Specifically
Oh,
music.
specifically music.
Yeah, specifically music.
Yeah. There's a couple different ways that we can definitely do that.
Because I kind of feel like that's where the argument lies as far as that crab in the mentality thing. Because when it comes to doing other things, I know a lot of Arizona people that collaborate.
Right.
When it comes to art, when it comes to fashion.
Right. But music,
But music, there seems to be like this always
I gotta outdo the next man.
divide. Yeah, exactly.
I think it's always going to be in music at the same time. But just to give him my perspective on it, I'm big on energy. He knows this.
Yeah.
I'm big on the law of attraction, all that stuff. Like, we kind of want to attract the people that we would want to give that opportunity to. So we kind of live that by that statement. It's like it's an understatement what we use, but we like to give the underdogs a chance. So when I was growing up and having to do all the home studio stuff like that, I did that by choice. I love doing shit myself. So I did that by myself, learned everything on YouTube, yada, yada, yada. But anytime I went somewhere, like to an actual studio, for one, I didn't get my sound, and that didn't make me feel uncomfortable. And then for two, the comfortability, which I was just telling Homeboy, that's a big, big thing in business. Like if I go to a spot and I don't want to go back just because of that comfortability, you didn't treat me like like I was a client here. I didn't find that at any studio, and I'm not gonna put nobody under the bus. I've been to big name studios, like the biggest in Arizona, and I just felt like I was just a speck on the ground, bro. Like, just step on me, take my money type shit.
Just another customer.
And I don't want that. Right. And that's why when you go into Dojo, it's a different vibe in each room. You step in there and it just gives you a certain type of energy. But overall, we want to attract the people that see the same vision with us. So we want to surround ourselves with the like-minded people. The people who don't get attracted to it aren't meant to be around us.
It's almost like you're just trying to create your own wave, ride that, and hope people catch that wave. And if they don't, they don't. But hopefully that wave becomes big enough to where it becomes the wave.
My belief in that is very strong.
Very strong, yes. And that's the other thing, man. Like, as far as our knowledge is concerned, and what people who come in tell us all the time, is no one is doing this in AZ. No one has that one-stop shop that we have, that you can get everything done. You can come in, get a haircut and a tattoo in one spot. You can drop an album, hop in the podcast room, and talk about it and promote it in the same spot. Like, no one has that. Your girl, you can get a cut. Your girl can get her nails done. No one has that.
Have you fact checked this? I don't want to see the comments and they're like, I got that shit. I got it.
I'd love to meet him because you go ahead.
I was just gonna say, just to put, like, it's not that there isn't that, but there's a lot
quality.
of exclusive.
Oh,
well, that's
very exclusive,
like you were saying,
and they don't give other people a shot.
Exactly.
Exclusive is a very sexy word in business as of late.
No, it is. It's very exclusive, and a lot of business. Like I said, we like to give the underdogs a shot. Don't give those underdogs that opportunity. And so, like, our idea, at least with this first building, once we branch out to a next building, this first building is still going to be under our ownership, and we want to use it as a school for the children.
Nice.
In my opinion, the children are the future. If you don't have their attention, you're only going to last so long. And so what I want to do is, once we branch off to our bigger building, I want to create this building, have the same exact concept, but create it as a school for kids where they can learn to be a barber, learn to be a tattoo artist, learn to do music, learn to be a nail tech.
Like an event on a smaller.
Exactly.
I got you.
And isn't that crazy though? Like, we'll paint these pictures for you, so that's like a more of a clear picture of where we want to go, like going according to a plan and everything. But like he said, there's no limit, so it feels like every time we say, okay, we're gonna do this, this, and that, I feel like it's just always gonna be bigger than what we expect.
It
always happens, and with the progress that we've seen, I'm a true believer in that shit. It's crazy.
Like, as far as I've seen, like when I visualize, like they say, you can only see as far as your eyes can. I see this building. We having a big established building in Scottsdale. We have a big established building in Scottsdale or downtown. We don't know yet. Another building in LA.
Probably get a better deal in downtown.
For sure. Another building in LA, just to have an audience out there, have some establishment out there, and as well as in the East Coast, preferably like Miami or something. That's as far as he wants New York. Jersey boy.
I'm from Jersey.
Yeah.
My dad still works in the city.
Yeah, so that's our goal. We wanna be all over the U.S., giving people in different areas that opportunity to have that one-stop shop and perfect their craft. But AZ's first. We're gonna make sure of that.
And then branch out.
Exactly.
Nice.
That's dope, man. That's dope.
Yeah, man.
So I wanted to bring up Double Up Dojo
What do you want to bring up?
because we had some thoughts, just on how we. So it's at your guys' spot, right?
Yeah.
But we don't really get to see the dojo side of it. What we were realizing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And so we were just trying to figure out the whole thought process. Of course, there's a double up side of
Right.
everything.
Right.
And then we were talking about this the other day. We were like, they got a dope spot. They got the whole situation there.
Yeah.
Why don't y'all push the dojo more in that? Is it because you want to stay a little
I'll let you
separate?
take it.
Yeah, that's a great question.
Is the dojo the so I know you guys do that on a monthly. It's just two separate entities.
The dojo and Double Up?
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Double Up-
So just to get it straight. So Double Up is just that monthly event.
Oh, you're
Yes.
talking about Double Up Dojo.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so that's just an event.
Yeah,
Monthly
that's
event.
just an event.
And then Dojo Creative Studios is the actual business.
We're a
Correct.
business,
Gotcha.
Correct. Yeah. So the reason we don't do that, as you know, Robert is the one who runs Double Up.
Right.
Great dude, great vision. That when he presented that to us, it was awesome. The main reason that we don't is because we want to continue to shine the light on the vintage community, because that's what the event is for.
Right.
And we don't ever want to take the spotlight from anyone. We know our business without having the spotlight on us for that day during that event. We know our business will succeed and thrive without that.
Right.
And the idea behind that event is to shine light on the AZ community,
Mhm.
not us. And so we make sure that people stay engaged with that event. Make
Gotcha.
sure that they're continuously shopping for vintage clothing. Make sure they're engaged when the performers are performing. We don't like to take away from that by any means. And that's one of the main reasons why we have like security guards. We let a select few of people even go in the building, because we don't want everyone. We know if we let everyone in that building, bro, that's going to turn into a huge ass
Right.
party. And
Yeah,
everyone,
yeah.
everyone's going to
With
vibe.
COVID,
Yeah. And
Yeah.
with COVID
Security
too,
stopped me. I was carrying all my shit in. He's like, "Who's this guy?" I said, "I'm doing
It's
media."
fun. Yeah, those are my cousins too, bro.
Yeah,
All
okay,
security
bro.
are my
Yeah.
cousins, so they all call me like, DJ, is he straight? I'm like, yeah, bro. But yeah, so that we don't ever want to take the spotlight away from the vintage community. We love doing those events. We love what they do. We support the vintage community to the fullest. Shout out to everybody. Specifically Dank Drinks, because y'all drinks are fire. Dank
Right.
Drinks.
Yo, dank drinks.
Dank
Crazy.
Drinks,
We,
bro.
we plan on having them on, but
We need to get a
Yes.
sponsorship
Yeah.
going, bro.
yes.
Because
they
y'all
got the
go crazy.
crazy ass shit.
For sure,
Crazy.
bro. But no, yeah, that's why, to answer your question, why we don't incorporate more of our thing into it, because
Mhm.
we want to continue to let that audience be for the vintage community.
Right. So y'all just take the day to chill. Like, let the
We just
experience
enjoy it,
happen.
man. It's awesome
It's-
to look at.
It's
Like,
there. I'll go around to every vendor, every person just walking in. I'll tell them, look, go check out. We have this, and that.
Right.
Go check it out. Security will check them in. I tell them it's for a tour, something like that, and that's
Right.
what it is. So,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, shed light.
We
to
don't
that.
ever like not allow anyone in there. Like if
Mhm.
someone's like, "Hey, can I check this out?" We're like, "Of course, go in." But
Right,
we don't
right.
like say, "Hey, everybody, come over here." We
Yeah.
don't want to take away anyone from the vintage
Double Up
community.
came to us.
Right.
We gave him this platform, and like it's a beautiful fucking thing, bro.
It's
Like
dope.
shout out
Yeah.
Double Up. Here's the first thing I told Double Up, and he'll tell you this right now. I texted him after the first event, and I was like, "Thank you,"
Right.
because he doesn't understand how many people have come to me proposing
Yes, bro.
proposing shit like, "Hey, we could do this, we could do this." When you see the dojo, that's what happens. Your
Right.
mind just goes crazy. Like,
Mhm.
"Oh, we could do
Facts.
this." He comes to us. So as many times as we heard it before, we're like, "All right, let's go with the flow of life. Let's do it."
Mhm.
So we let him do his thing. He put that shit together,
Right. Yeah.
and that's why I'm like, thank you for being a man of your word and really doing something with this opportunity.
That's how I heard you guys. Was through Double Up Dojo.
Oh yeah.
That's what's up.
That's literally how I came across you guys. I had a friend that does music and
Yeah.
found out a way to get on as a performer. And then I met you the first time. I hadn't. This is the first time I met you today, actually.
Okay.
But I met you the first time I went, which was like 3 weeks ago.
Okay. My memory's ass, so my
yeah,
bad.
you were getting a haircut. I just
Okay.
real quick. I found out you was one of the dudes.
That does sound
Yeah,
familiar.
yeah.
Okay.
So I met you,
Yeah.
and I was like, this is amazing, bro. And to go back to that conversation we were previously having about the crab in a bucket,
Right.
I feel like that platform that you guys have in combination with Robert.
Yeah.
In combination with Robert, that could be one of the catalysts that leads that you know what I'm saying? What I was talking about, bringing people together.
Right.
Exactly.
Like, I like it. The vibe, excuse me, the vibe that you guys set there, the time of day that it's gone, you know, like the footage that you guys have like everything about it.
Yeah.
It just
Unity.
it just feels good.
Yep. It's just nothing but good vibes and people doing what they love, bro. And
Yeah.
that's we walk in every day and we feel what you just said.
Yeah.
Literally, you walk in and like a lot of people, like obviously like work is hard. There's hard times. There's no job that's perfect, but a job that you can walk in that you built up yourself.
And y'all had porter potties? Fam. Saved my life, bro. Oh, I got
The top of the line porta potty.
You know,
too,
no, they were. They were. I could have taken a shit.
I had a grand entrance to the number 2.
I could have.
Bet.
I didn't.
I know.
I didn't.
Yeah, no.
I ain't trusting it.
But no, yeah, bro. That's what it's all about, bro. Just when the community comes together and you put something like that together and you see nothing but good vibes, no problems, no fights, nobody beefing with nobody with their egos out, everyone just like praising one another. Like when the performers are done, they're not like, all right, bet, I'm done, I'm headed out. Like they stay for the other artists. They're in the crowd supporting them.
Yeah.
Like that shit is dope to see, bro.
Yeah.
And that's what we need to continue to do.
But thank you for giving us your perspective on that, because that's exactly what we're doing it for.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a big vintage dude, so I'm not gonna sit here in front. So
Right.
I can't understand like their perspective of it.
Right.
But I'm big on music, and I see that as like being one of the key things, the key community things. I mean, obviously vintage too, because everybody's out here, you know. But the way I look at it is the artists, they're not trying to sell anything, but get you to listen to their music.
Themselves.
Themselves. They're gonna bring people.
Right.
The vintage people, they're gonna bring people too. You know what I'm saying? But they're trying to sell you something.
Right.
So from my perspective, it's harder to get people to come to buy something, but you can get people to come to listen to some shit.
Right.
So from that perspective, it just seems like that would be a smarter route to get heads at the venue. And that'll only, you know what I'm saying, cross promotion, all of that. What do you have to say?
It's just it always goes back to COVID, man, and I hate it.
Yeah.
It's the capacity that we can have there
That's
and
true.
stuff.
That's true.
But
Because you guys are good right now, though. As far as like how many people have shown up, like it's been a good show
Yeah,
out.
We're
We
getting
actu-
recognized.
Yeah. So
yeah, it's been a good.
I got a phone call today actually. We're actually getting recognized by the state apparently. Because
In a good or bad way?
in a
Both.
good little bit of both. So my
Overall,
father
yeah.
calls me and he says, "Hey son, I just got reached out to by the city of Phoenix. Pretty much they're gaining wind of your guys' monthly event. They saw some footage, this, that, and the other, and pretty much we are now ordered to have a COVID testing station at every event, and that is the price of admission.
Drop
Your
the
test
bomb.
must show up negative. Boom. Test must show up negative for you to get in the event from here on out.
How is that?
Bitch.
Straight like that. Straight like that. So they pretty much have little COVID testing station, like one of the tents, like a vendor. It'll look like a vendor. But they also have like this big ass container where I guess they go in. It's like the laboratory. They'll bring that up. And the test takes like for the results to come in like I think like 15 minutes at
Is this
most.
still that?
No.
It's not that.
saliva?
So what they do is usually like you see the people like the nurse will come up and like swab your nose, and
Right.
that shit's aggressive
Yeah,
and
you're like,
annoying and painful.
you fucking
We're not putting
look-
anybody through that. What they do, it's the same exact company that's partnered with Walgreens and does their drive-through COVID testing. And what
Okay,
they
nice.
do is you go up to the drive-through, they give you the swab yourself, and you just swirl your nose yourself. It doesn't have to be all the way up. Just a little swirl in your nose, each nostril, 15 seconds. I do it myself just to make my mom happy all the time. But yeah, just a little something like that. It takes like 10, 15
It
minutes.
almost feels
tops.
like they're just making you do that just to say you did it.
Exactly.
Like, they don't really give a fuck, but
you could say
fucking
that,
swab your nose
but
for me, please.
You know it's the wild, wild west out here right now.
Right.
yeah, so that's why it's a good and bad thing. Obviously, we're gaining some recognition from the city of Phoenix,
Yeah.
which is good. But at the same time, they want us to take the proper precautions, which is fine. Obviously,
Right, yeah.
we don't want to party with anyone who has COVID and is just parading it around. So I personally don't mind it. I
I can't talk about COVID on this podcast anymore.
It's all
Yeah,
good.
I'm done.
Sorry.
He's
Yeah.
been banned.
It's
I
all
got
good.
banned from talking
With
about
it.
COVID.
Yeah, it just at the end of the day, it makes it safer. It is one more little speed bump, but the people who really fuck with it, the people that are willing to looking for the artists, looking for the vintage, they'll swab their nose real quick and have a good time.
And to boomerang back around, we did have like concerts in mind. We have a rooftop at our dojo outside of the recording studio where we wanted artists to be on top of there.
That's for the future. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like all that was a vision, and then COVID hit. Yeah, all right, that's last time.
Yeah. That's the last COVID.
Since the what?
That's the
That's
last.
the last
that's the
COVID
last
comment.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Woo, 'cause
That's
I
it.
was about to say, don't
I'm
let me
good.
go on a COVID tangent.
Yeah, I'm good.
I haven't got it yet.
Nah, same.
Yeah?
Same.
But I kind of want it.
I got the first wave last year.
I know.
You don't want it.
I thought we were stopping this, man. I thought we were stopping this, man. Come on.
You don't want it.
Fuck, just give it to me already so I can get it over with. That's it. That's how I feel. I just.
All right.
It's nothing pretty, bro.
Yeah, I heard him.
We tested here. We tested here. We're all fine.
No, yeah, I test
Yeah.
weekly. I'm good.
We're good.
Yep.
But I want it. I don't have it today. Last time I did the COVID comment, I had a big old mask on my neck. All right. Fine.
What y'all got planned coming up? You starting on events? You gonna keep double up going, branching off?
Yeah, so we got a little surprise coming up here in May. So we're not entirely sure if the April Double Up Dojo is going to continue because of this event that we have going on in May. Usually we do our Double Up events towards the end of each month, but this event we have coming up in May is at the beginning of May, so it's going to kind of run into a back-to-back if we do an April event. Right. So what we're thinking, how much should we tell? What do you want to say?
Well, first off, let's start off with when you said May.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we
First week of May.
right. So it's literally the first and the second.
Okay, go ahead. I was just thinking about timing wise.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah. So back to back. And to walk on eggshells, out of state artists.
Oh, I have heard about this.
Yeah, so there's some out-of-state artists that are going to be, it's going to be pretty much an out-of-state in Arizona event, 2-day festival matched together at the dojo.
is DJ HMD a part of that?
Yes.
Yes, he
I
is.
think I may have heard of this too.
Show is.
Yeah.
Not
It's actually
directly
been
from
posted.
him.
It's not too undercovers either.
It's been posted, yeah.
yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think Robert probably told me. I think I talked about Robert. He said he
Probably.
had brought it
Yeah,
up.
Robert knows a little bit about
They're
it.
like, who told you? Huh?
Yeah, I had to think about that name.
Who let the cat out the bag?
It's not something we're trying to really keep under covers because we're gonna be promoting it heavy
Yeah.
Yeah.
after this, and it's like we're yeah. I mean, we want to do another Double Up Dojo in April, but it just wouldn't make sense because if we did it right after this one on the 27th, you go to the first couple weeks, and then it's like drowning it out too much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we feel that.
We want people to, and then that way people get a full month to be like, okay, now we get to look forward to this one right here. And
Do
this
we
one,
have a name for it?
Southwest Express.
Southwest Express.
Yes, sir.
You heard it here first, guys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Southwest Express. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
At the beginning of May,
Yeah, it's going to be cool.
with outside artists as well as local artists.
Yes,
yeah, it's
sir.
going to be a mashup.
Do
They'll
we have any artists that you can divulge?
from out of state?
Both. I'm getting greedy.
Yeah.
No, we can't say any from out of state,
All right.
but
In state.
in state, I'm pretty sure De La Prime will be there.
I heard
Man,
that.
I am a huge De La Prime fan.
Yeah, the guy that we're putting it together with, he's been reaching out to De La Prime. He's a fan of De La Prime, so he's working on getting him out there. A female artist that we want there. Her name is Rain.
Rain.
Real
Oh
name
yes,
Rain
yes,
on the
yeah. I've
stream.
seen her. I've seen her perform.
She's
Kills
cold.
it.
Shout out Rain.
Nice.
She's cold.
Yes.
She's cold.
She's headlining.
Yeah, she's headlining this
Nice,
next event. Yeah,
nice.
She's got some mad talent, bro. And those
And
are
she's
the-
earned that.
yeah, facts.
It's crazy that she's only performed twice.
Right.
Yeah, bro.
You can't tell at all.
No, yeah.
It's like she's been here.
Exactly.
Holding it
Yeah.
down.
yeah.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
I love her energy, bro. Shout out Rain, man, for real.
Yeah, shout out Rain. She's cold. But yeah, there's other people that we're trying to get out there. I won't name too much. I'm trying to get Jalopy out there. Jalopy, if you see this, come on, bro. Stop playing with me. Please come out there.
Tag him.
Yeah, tag Jalopy Bungus, please.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that. We want y'all to look forward to it, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that. But just know it's big stuff coming.
All right, fellas. Well, I'm glad you guys stopped by. I'm glad I got to finally meet you.
Most stuff.
You guys look like you have a lot going on in the future here, and I would love for all of us to continue this relationship.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Come back on the pod when things start, progressing to where we're talking about as far as this new next show. Maybe, right before that gets on, we could do a little something too.
Hell
With
yeah.
it.
You know what I'm saying?
With it. Appreciate the hospitality, y'all. For real.
Most
Shout out y'all. Cause
shout out
How's this
Valley
company
Vision.
been
You
cool?
guys are definitely doing something dope here. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.